Howdy friends, Craig here on the third floor. Welcome to another session of our Edge of Empire role-playing game campaign. We're using the role-playing system from Fantasy Flight Games, and we're also utilizing Roll20 to play online. This is session 7 and begins the wrap-up of the Trouble Brewing adventure from Edge of Empire core rulebook. By the end, we start to transition into a short interlude, and then it's going to be on to the Debts to Pay adventure from the GM kit. At the end of last session, we saw Hop, Uri, and Kel hand over their bounty to Bargos the Hutt. We start this session with Veers and Sem going in to see if they can pay off some of their obligation to Bargos with the glitter stem they found. Will the negotiation with Bargos go as well as they hope? Are we going to see Sem and Veers lower their obligation and maybe learn a little bit about why they're in debt to Bargos? Make sure you subscribe and so you don't miss an episode of the ongoing adventures of the Roxy crew. Enjoy. All right, session 7. So we listened to the full recap, but just quickly to remember where we are, we just had 3 of you gentlemen leave Bargos the Hutt and left his palace and stepped back out in the streets, and you kind of gave the little nose signal to both Veers and to Sem for them to head on in to do their negotiations and discussion with Bargos. Want to get an idea where what the 3 of you are just going to step off within eyesight range, if I remember correctly, right? Mm-hmm. Just be able to see the door. All right, so I guess let's go ahead and do our destiny pool. So if you guys don't show a 0-0, make sure you sync with the GM. Good old Sem. And Uri. Hop, you always come through on that roll, dude.
Try.
4-3, so 4 light, 3 dark. And the obligation we rolled at the end of session 6 was on Sem, and Sem, your strain is already down 2, so you only have 10 strain this session. Last but not least, something that I like to do from the Heidi and Way podcast is to have one character ask another character a question, and I think, is it Veers that's asking the question?
It is.
All right, so you guys are flying into Moshuta and about to land to go have your discussions and turn in your Aqualish bounty. And Veers gets a chance to catch a couple minutes with Hop.
Kid, you seem real good in a scrap. Who taught you to shoot like that?
Well, that'd be my daddy. In between smuggling runs, we'd oftentimes just find ourselves a lot of time waiting around. So we'd be sitting around and there'd be a womp rat or whatever, and he always liked to pull out his heater and heat stuff up. So I've kind of watched him and just been doing it ever since.
I think if we've learned anything from Star Wars is the one thing you'd never want to be is a womp rat, because apparently they get shot at a lot. All right, guys, let's, and I'm going to move you gentlemen over to the streets of Moshuta.
Just a reminder, Sem, this does not mean we have to shoot things.
I'm sorry, come again?
You broke up.
I heard shoot things.
I heard shoot again. Got it.
All right, so to bring us to right where we are at this moment, Kel, Hop, and Uri have left the palace. Upon them leaving, Sem and Veers, you are now walking up to the main palace doors, and let me know what happens.
We're gonna knock on that door.
Okay, so you walk up to the palace door, give it a huge metal docking door that could really fit a speeder, it seems like, could fly in there. And one of the security droid eyeball things pop out, opens up, looks at you, looks at Sem.
Sorry, I lost my note. We're here to see Bargos.
Eye comes back in, closes. You guys wait, I don't know, minute and a half, and the door itself opens. So you go into the antechamber, and I'm going to actually move us over to the throne room. Now, one thing I don't know, I'd be curious, for those players, for the players that are not on here, like Uri and you guys, what do you see right now on your screen? It's just black? All right. What I'm going to do, just so you guys...
No, I'm kidding. I don't see everything.
Oh, son of a bitch. So even though you guys aren't technically here, I'm gonna put you on here so at least you can watch, play along.
I don't know if that's gonna work. Unless you make them see everything.
He's gonna make us watch you die.
Yeah.
All right.
Who knows? There is a not zero chance that we walk in, we settle up, and we walk out. That
It's
could
non-zero,
happen.
right?
It's
Yeah.
non-zero.
Definitely
It is
Definitely
non-zero.
one way this could go down. All right, so Simon Veers, you walk in, and both of you have been here before. It's just this beautiful, opulent palace, and in kind of the second antechamber, you can see the protocol droid C3 standing there.
Why, Mr. Veers and Mr. Viss, it is so good to see you again.
Good to see you, C3.
So as you walk into where C3 is, this is kind of the main sitting area. There's refreshers off to your left. The Bargos, there's a huge range of hut palaces, but Bargos has definitely put the money into it. You've got these gorgeous marble tile floors. They've got like planters and things like that. Unbelievable art all over the walls. The ceilings themselves are like 20, 25 feet tall. Everything just echoes as you speak.
So, what brings you to the exalted Bargos the Hutt Palace?
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can't settle up.
That is fantastic. Give me just a moment. I'll be right back.
So he steps away, comes back through, and actually comes back in with somebody who you're also familiar with. This is Klavak. He is the major domo for Bargos the Hutt. If you remember in Jabba the Hutt in Return of the Jedi, you remember the Twi'lek? Can't remember his name off the top of my head. The one that Luke charms and says, Jabba would like to see me now. This is the major domo, and every hut has one, and it's somebody who really is kind of the mouthpiece, and talking with this person is much like talking to Jabba. And like I said, this is somebody you have spoken with before.
It is always a pleasure to see both of you. What business do we have today?
Yeah, we came to see if we couldn't make things right.
Well, the great Bargos will be very happy to hear this. Tell me, how do you wish to settle?
I kind of shoot a glance at Veers and whisper under my breath, do we want to tell him or do we want to ask to see the big guy?
I think we're gonna go for it. We've come across a small cache of glitter stem, and we're wondering if Bargos would be interested.
You have spice. Now, is this refined or raw spice? Is it pure glitter stem?
Do I know the answer to this question? I honestly don't know if I know the answer to this question.
I did an analysis on it way back at the first station. I don't remember what my character would have. I would have told you whatever I thought it was, but I don't remember.
Yeah, it was refined. It was actual. It's not raw spice. It's actual glitter stem.
Okay.
Veers, remember, you've got a sample with you. You could throw it
I
to
do.
him and tell him
I
to
do have a sample.
Check yourself.
We've got a sample here to show the boss.
That is wonderful. Now, Bargos is currently occupied. He is happy to discuss with you how to settle. I would like to tell him how much you have. I see you've got a dose there. How many doses do you have total?
We have 100 total.
100. That is wonderful. I will be back in just a moment.
So both him and the droid step away. And I am going to at some point get asked master.
Should have told him to smell your finger. Here, smell my finger.
A lot of clacking over there, man.
So the two of them step away. And we're actually going to cut to outside of the palace pretty just a moment here. So back to the you three gentlemen outside. Now, the two of them have been in there for I don't know, about 5-10 minutes. And I want to do a group perception roll. So who has the highest? Let's see. Perception is based on
Cunning.
cunning, right? So of the three of you, who has the highest cunning, and then who has the most ranks in perception?
I've got 3 green perception. I think Marcus is out. Mike?
Perception, I have 1 yellow, 2 greens, and what was the other thing? Cunning?
Cunning is used
Yeah,
to...
that tells me your cunning's 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Deception, I have 1 yellow and 2 greens, so I have the same thing.
All right. And then Uri? All right, so it looks like Hop is probably going to be the person that we're going to want to do the perception check on. So let me set the pool, and I'm ready when you are, sir. If you guys remember in the last session, when the three of you first approached Bargos's palace, you noticed there was about 2 or 3 Gamorrean guards that were just kind of hanging out about, I would say, 30 yards away from the front of the palace. And I believe it was you, Cal, that noticed that's just odd, right? Usually Gamorrean guards are usually in a palace or under doing work. Just having Gamorreans just hanging out on the street is something that it seemed a little out of place. Well, Hop, you happen to look over to where Cal pointed that out, and there's no longer 3 of them there. There's actually about 6. And they're slowly approaching the palace, the front of the palace.
So,
Go ahead.
I'm just going to whisper to the guys. I don't know if you guys have noticed those Grimorians, but they're growing over there. And I don't like the way they're creeping towards that palace. Something tells me that trouble might be brewing.
Oh, yeah? It looks like it. An ugly bunch, isn't it? They don't get any prettier for having more.
I'll tell you what, they smell better, though, when they're heated up. Like barbecue.
Now you notice they do have their axes, but they're on their belts. And the 6 of them walk up to the door, and they give it a bang. The security robot's eye pops out, and there's a back and forth that's happening between these Gamorreans and this robot. The robot pops its eye back in, pops its eye back out, and the Gamorrean just grabs the one of the Gamorreans just grabs the robot and just tears it out of its hole.
Can we see what they're armed with? I mean, I heard you say axe.
Yep. Yeah, they've got axes on their belt, and typical Gamorrean armor.
Okay, so no ranged weapons that we can see.
That you can see, no.
Is Sim and Veer still inside?
Yes.
Yeah, Sam and Veers they've been in there about 5 minutes or so. The metal door is closed, and one of the Gamorreans is now banging on the door.
Yeah, so Veer's gonna use his comms to Veers and say, hey, you got some Gamorreans out here ripping up the security drone. Everything all right in there?
Everything's good in here so far.
And you can hear Veers and Sam, you can hear the banging, even though you're a little bit away from it.
How cracking mad are they? We can hear that from all the way in here.
Are you still addressing the hut? Or?
Nah, we just waiting on them. You know how these guys are. Dramatic flourish, whatnot.
So now two of the Gamorreans, there's 2 Gamorreans on either side of the door, and they've put their claws into the door, and they're starting to force the door open. And they're making progress on it.
Lean over to my comrades. So, it looks like it's getting a little bit of interest in over there. But before either of you decides to take these fellas on right out here, why don't we just wait a moment till they're inside, and then we come in all hero-like, and maybe stop them inside Bargo's place, with perhaps some other guns on the other side of them.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm thinking that Bargos may be pleased because he's not used to people trying to break into his palace. So.
Yep. And so,
right.
Over the comms, oh geez, do we have a coming in hot call sign? It's not quite Ewok, is it?
Still not Ewok.
Still not Ewok.
Promise, I'm going to keep an eye on him.
Beware of Alderaan.
You guys You guys, too soon.
Man, bear, pig, something.
Anyway, I let the guys inside give them the heads up that there's about to be a firefight in the hallway.
Okay. As these guys are working the door, Seven Veers, after you got the heads up, you can see down the hallway there. You can see the door being cracked open. You can see the light from outside starting to shine through. And Sem, you get an urgent beep on your data pad.
All right. Pull it out. I'm keeping one eye or kind of glancing down the hallway and reading my data pad out the other side. Like I'm texting and driving is what I'm doing.
Okay. So it's a message from Larbeck. And it's pretty simple. Larbeck says, Sam, it's been a while since we've settled on your payments for the Roxy. It's my understanding that you've gotten a hold of some astro navigational data. I would be very interested in both the astromech droid and the data that's on it. Please let me know when you can when we can have that delivered.
No, I don't got time for this.
Face.
All right. I'm gonna forward the message to Hop so that he can let the people out there know, and also tell Veers just kind of like now, and just kind of look at him and go, damn it, now Larbeck wants to settle up.
When it rains.
So they finally, these 6 Gamorreans have gotten this door far enough where they can get through. And Sam and Veers, you can see down the hallway where the Major Domo and the droid went. You can see where you normally would expect to see some Gamorrean guards at the main palace. The ones that are guarding there have now vanished. So the hallway is empty. These 6 Gamorreans pile through the main door, and they start heading directly towards the room where you're in. Even before you've had a chance to react, they push past both of you and are headed straight down the main hallway, which leads directly to Bargos's palace. From the outside, you guys just saw these things just pile in, and the door is still open.
All right, so Yuri's just gonna look at the situation and say, all right, I'm going in, check on Veers and Sim. So I'm gonna start advancing, double timing it to those
On
two
the one
guys.
hand, if this takes care of itself, then I don't know Bargos anything anymore, right?
Then
On the other hand,
Or we could get a hut to owe us something.
that. On the other hand, that.
Well,
Here's
either
So Uri, you pile in, Uri, and you've made it to the kind of the main foyer, and Sem and Veers are there. How about Kel and Hop?
I am busy sticking Hop with a stim pack. Didn't
No,
ask.
The encouragement one. I definitely want to go into combat with Gamorreans.
Hey, Hop.
Is that a drug?
Close your eyes.
Hop doesn't do the drug thing.
well,
All right, so that's going to be a medicine check. What is the difficulty
It's
on that?
supposed to be a 2, and I thought I set it up to roll, but it didn't, so I guess I gotta wait on you.
All right, I've got 2 purple. So make sure you don't have any. Yeah,
You
you
added-
don't need to add the purples. Yep.
You have one setback
go ahead.
because Hop is going like this. No.
Clear your purple.
There we go.
There we go. So 1 success, 2 advantages.
Look at your fancy updates to the die pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you likey, huh? So what do we want to bump up, my friend? Your agility?
Yeah, his gun stat.
All right. So do me a favor. Go to your agility stat on your sheet. I think your agility is 3. You can bump it up to 4 on your Roll20 sheet.
Agility, I'm changing it to what?
It's a
One
3
more than it
currently,
was.
right? So now it's a 4. It's going to give you an extra die on all your agility checks until the drugs wear off.
No.
And 4 strain.
And
yeah,
4
don't
strain.
forget
So
four
add 4 strain as well. If you want, You've got 2 advantages if you want to make that 2 strain. That's up to you, though, Jesse. Those are your advantages.
Oh, I wasn't aware I could use that to reduce the strain on this kind of check. Then, yeah,
You
lesser
can.
strain.
Okay, great. So go ahead and just give yourself 2 strain, Hop. All right, and now that you're juiced up, what are we doing?
I would basically stick in with my needle and then move action all the after the rest of the guys at a slower pace.
Alrighty. Hop, you hanging out outside? You heading in?
That's the sociopath.
All right.
Just
So now you guys are all in the foyer, and you hear just this gurgling, grunting going on, echoing down the hallway.
All right, so Yuri's, since we just got paid, Yuri's going to go down the end of the hallway and just look in the throne room.
Okay. So I will grab you, Yuri, and take you here. So, Yuri, you were here not too long ago, and go ahead and get these guards in the right place, and let me also get our...
That definitely seems like the thing to do if this was our goal. They're just Gamorreans, right? They don't have guns. They're fine.
Well, as you call it.
No, I think this is the right thing. I think
that would be comforting if we were in a field. Unfortunately,
it's a big throne room. You've been there before.
you know what the problem with fighting in a basement is?
Yeah, but we're next to the exit. We're on the exit stairs. This is only
Alright.
a good thing.
So I'm just going to take a look in here and try to get a sit rep and see what's going on.
So Yuri, you look down the hallway, and there's this long staircase that leads up to the throne room. And the throne room, as you were there before, is really a full circle that surrounds a gladiator pit in the center. And from where you can see these Gamorreans that had burst in. You can see a couple of the Gamorreans that were already in the palace themselves, and they seem to be having an argument. So it seems like these palace Gamorreans and the Gamorreans that burst in seem to be exchanging words. Nothing physical happening yet.
Okay, is there any type of perception check or something I could gather what the argument is about, or is there some sort of xenology or?
Yeah, let's do a xenology check. So it'll be average difficulty. I've got your pool ready. So go down your knowledge and go to xenology.
You do not know.
So you're leaning in, trying to kind of pick up what's going on there. Yuri, that's a lot of brain work for a Nick 2. I think that gives you 1 strain. But it's a little hard to kind of understand what's going on. This is definitely seems again Gamorreans yelling at Gamorreans.
All right, I'm just going to radio and said, there's an argument going on here. I'm going to radio Veers. Veers, there's a argument going on here. I don't know what's about to go down. So,
Like a Gamorrean union problem? What are we dealing with here? All right, I'm headed down that way so I can see it too.
yeah, so
I'm gonna go ahead and draw my blaster.
Yeah, and I'm just going to say, probably,
Okay, you're gonna draw the rifle.
Oh God.
What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I was just
Yuri.
going to say we could use your negotiation skills or.
We're gonna see what happens, but I feel like things have gone awry. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw my blaster rifle, and I feel like negotiating from a space of power is not wrong here.
All right, so Hop, I see you've made it over to by Yuri. Veers, you're headed that way as well.
I am.
I'm gonna trot
wasn't sure where-
trot along.
There was, so I didn't want to
Oh,
move
here-
myself.
Here you go. All right. Kelly, you're gonna check out the planter, or do you want to head that way as well?
I
can move you.
will head that way as well. Yep.
All right.
The planter.
So, by the time the rest of you guys get here, and you're all at the bottom of the staircase, or at the top of the staircase, looking into the actual throne room itself. By the time the whole gang shows up, the Gamorrean guards, the palace guards, have now dropped their axes, and they have gone in, and you have a full-on scrum happening. So you have got 6 Palace Gamorreans, and you can tell by their helmets. And 6 of these non-Palace Gamorreans, all in this big mob, just beating the hell out of each other. And it's punching and wrestling and grunting. And so the Palace Gamorreans have dropped their axes. The other Gamorreans that rushed in there still have the axes on their belts, but they haven't reached for them. And there's just a lot of oinking.
Are Bargos, his major domo, or the droid in here?
Not from what you can see. The only thing you can see is just this pile of pig flesh. Of just 12 Gamorreans just beating the hell out of each other. Palace versus non-palace.
Veers, that's why don't you go check it out? That's your fetish.
I want to roll and see if I know if this is like normal for Gamorrean afternoon behavior.
Sure. Oh, it's 4 o'clock.
Exactly. It's time for the Gamorrean, afternoon hustle before they just walk back out.
Let me get a Xenology from you. The difficulty's ready, so you can roll anytime.
I'm going to spend a light side point because I really want to know the answer to her.
All right, go ahead and spend your light side. And I've upgraded your roll. It's now 3 to 4. So Veers, you have some familiarity with Gamorreans, not only in the work that they've done for the Hutts, but you have come across them outside of Tatooine, outside of Hutt space. And probably the biggest thing that you notice is that they didn't reach for their axes, and that tells you one thing, which is this is not an invasion or anything. Obviously, there is a spat between this 2 groups of Gamorreans, and out of honor and pride, Gamorreans prove themselves when it's Gamorrean on Gamorrean violence. It's always barehanded. That's the only honorable way to fight. And they're just going to keep doing it until one side is on the floor, not dead, just knocked out.
I feel like I just want to let this happen. I don't want to get in the middle of it.
Well, do you want to share what you know about what's happening now that you've seen it?
Absolutely. I'm going to share. I'm going to say this is an internal squabble between the Gamorreans, and it's definitely not a foreign invasion at this point. I think we might want to let this settle out first.
Let them oink each other quiet then.
Yeah, it's like,
At the very least, it'll be half as many
Exactly.
Gamorreans, right?
Yeah, it looks like it looks like a labor dispute or something. Whoever comes on top gets to be the palace guards,
So you guys are watching, and it's just like I said, it's become just a pile of just Gamorreans just jumping and wrestling and punching, but there is no question that the palace guards are a little bit better at what they do. So one at a time, the 6 that invaded and barged in, you start seeing them knocked out on the ground, and the next one and the next one. Eventually, as you guys are standing out there, the 6 that went in, they're all laid out. And there's one of the palace guards is laid out as well. So there's just the 5 left standing. And palace guards, dust up, stand up, clean their hands, and they just grab one at a time. They're grabbing the Gamorreans that invaded. One of the guards grabs the ankles, the other Gamorrean grabs the wrists, and they start tossing them into the gladiator pit. The knocked out Gamorreans.
Is there a console anywhere in the space we've already walked? Not the question you expected, but still.
No, but that's good. Outside of door panels, for the main door into the Hutt palace, and then there was a locking panel for the door to get into this grand hallway.
Door stuff, not
door stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then no, never mind.
If you wish to explore outside of the grand hallway, you're welcome to. But from what you've seen and come across, it's just door things. So, as the guards themselves are kind of cleaning things up, one of the guard that had been knocked down, he's gotten back up again. They've picked up their axes. They've kind of gone. You see them kind of going back to their stations. Klavik, comes back up.
I apologize for the disturbance. Bargos would be very glad to speak to you, and I see that you brought your friends.
So well, Yuri's going to say, well, not necessarily friends. We just heard the ruckus and thought we might be able to lend a hand if things got out of control. So, but
As I'm
we wouldn't mind.
sure,
We could sit and keep an eye on these Gamorreans at one of the tables while these other two negotiate or have their audience with the hut.
as I'm sure Master Viers and Master Vis have told you, if anything happens in Marshuta, Bargos the Hutt is well aware. We know the 5 of you landed at the landing port, and when the 3 of you came in, we knew who you were with. So there's no need for heirs. All of you are welcome to come in.
What do you say?
All right, we're going in. He's so smart.
Fine.
All right. So, Simon Veers.
Great, man.
Whoa. Let's all head in. So you guys come into the palace, and all throughout the palace, there are tables and chairs. There's some booths in the back. Just like when you guys were there before, not super crowded, but there's an audience, and of course Bargos is there. C3P9 is standing next to him. Where's my C3P9?
The great and exalted Bargos is ready to hear how you wish to settle.
100 doses of glitter stem is what we've brought to you today, Bargos. Good to see you, my friend.
And are you looking to sell this glitter stem? Or do you see this as more of a reparation?
Offer to sell it at a steep discount because let's see if we can't make some money. Or is that?
Let's think of it as a bit of a deposit. We'd like to make a little credits so that we can keep on looking for Yundark.
So, see Bargos kind of scrubs his chin, takes a toke from his hookah.
Bargos is willing to do something very kind. He will gladly take half of your glitter stem as a token of your payment of shame for the terrible job you did once before. And he is willing potentially to pay you for the other half. He'd be willing to give you 3,000 credits for the other 50.
What did we determine that we got 10,000 credits total?
Come on, Bargos. That's worth at least 5.
Need a negotiation check. This will be opposed, so let me see how good Bargos is at negotiating. I wonder if the Hutts know how to negotiate.
It's to be a problem.
Oh, let me give you guys another little trick that's kind of nice. If you hold down your shift key and double click your icon, it'll bring your sheet right up. Yeah.
What? Wait, say that
If you
one more
hold
time.
down the shift key and double click your token, it'll go ahead and bring your...
Oh, so fancy.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to set your difficulty right now. That is going
I hate to
to
spend
be...
another light side point, but I really
Hate
need to.
You're a light side spender.
I hate to.
You have the
I'm doing
purse
it.
of light side points.
All right, so we're spending another one?
Totally doing it.
All right, so you
I
guys...
am. It's not going to matter.
Oh.
But
I did not mean to do that. All right, so we're at 2-5. I have upgraded your roll. I have set your difficulty. We're ready when you are, sir. This is going to be a negotiation.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
We're not ready.
He's not ready.
All right, let's take 2 strain, because that is negotiating with Bargos is not the most comforting of processes.
Bargos is considering offering you 2,000.
Do you have anything here, Seb? I feel like I don't want to push this any further.
Stroke is tell him, Bargos, you are entirely too generous. We will gladly accept the 3, and please take the other half as our deepest apologies.
He is very pleased. Now, he doesn't feel that you are completely square for the debacle from last year, but I will arrange to have 3,000 credits for you as soon as you deliver the glitter stem from the warehouse where you stored it. Door 44, in case you forgot.
Son of a bitch.
So
I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
So now at this point, C9 and Klavek, the major domo, they're kind of like comfortably easing you out of the throne room. Let's screen wipe and let's head over to back to the streets.
I can't believe I have to cart these things back myself.
For getting 3,000 credits, we can get a droid to do it.
Yeah, and remind me at the end of this session to adjust your obligation as well.
Are we actually going to get a reduce on it?
You are.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because that's coming off of both me and Beers, right?
That's correct.
Nice.
Not completely, but
It's like, I don't know if it's coming off of you, but it's definitely coming off of me.
but it's definitely going to be reduced. So, all right. So you guys step out of the palace. At this point, the doors have, they open the doors for you. They let you out. They come back in. You see 2 Ugnaughts on ladders trying to fix the security robot, trying to get that all taken care of. Late afternoon, early evening on the streets of Mashuta. I don't believe that Sem and Veers have heard exactly what went down when the 3 of you went into the palace. If somebody wishes to recount that.
Someone's going to mention that he got full price.
So if it's been a little while, so there's two major things. One, you guys got paid, right? You got paid for the bounty.
Oh, that's right. We haven't talked since then.
Yep, you got paid for the bounty, and then there was something else that was mentioned to you as well. Let me know if you don't remember.
All right. So fellas, I'm curious to see how you guys scored, but we scored big. He paid us the full 10 for Dobbin. In fact, he was so impressed that he's interested in giving us work in the future. So I think he's sending an emissary tomorrow around lunch for a new potential job. So this could be huge for us, guys.
Nice.
Very good, very good.
Oh, also Larbeck. You're gonna figure that out, Sam.
Well,
That's on you.
here's the deal of it. We want to keep the Roxy. We got to give him something, but we can't give him R2, guys. We just, or R4. We just
R4.
can't.
You don't even remember its
All
name.
right. So Yuri's going to step in here and say, all right, if we want to go see Larbeck, I got something for him that he'll accept.
You got ahead of me.
You're being awfully cryptic, bud.
I'm just saying, I've got something that I can offer in my services. So if we get there, I mean, as soon as we wrap things up here, we head over and talk to Larbeck. We should be able to square up just fine.
I know you had it in you.
Well, and keep in mind that of all of you, Yuri's the closest to Larbeck. He's the one that has worked for him the longest and spent the most time with him. I mean, he's basically an ex-slave of the Black Sun, and Larbeck liberated him.
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
gentlemen.
just trust me.
So how'd you guys score on your?
We were just there.
You were
we
there,
were just
there.
there.
You were there, man. You actually witnessed this happen.
Yeah, you did. You got to hear it.
All right, well, you owed me 750 credits.
Well, nobody's gotten paid yet.
Yeah.
That's right. We have to go get the drugs and bring them back.
What drugs? Who is this person?
All right, let's mosey on our way over there.
I might know a guy who knows where those are.
So like I said, it's early evening in Moshuto. You guys have an appointment at the Roxy at noon tomorrow, mid-afternoon tomorrow. Want to know whether we're going to head back to the Roxy? Is there anything else that we're going to do here in Moshuta before we head back?
I gotta do some shopping. I need Kel to help me with said shopping.
Okay.
What are we looking for?
What are we looking for?
I'm looking for, let's see. I need sheet metal, preferably Durasteel. Doesn't actually have to be. I need some positron coils, blasting powder, jet fuel, hoses, valves, and let's be let's be spicy and also say some grip tape.
Are you building a space station?
Yeah. I'm like, wait, none of these things seem like things that Kel knows.
So let me get this
anything
straight. You need to go off and do a bit of a shopping trip. And you need
I
somebody
do.
to facilitate that trip, do the talking for you, smooth over things. Make sure that you don't, break any of the local customs and rules, right?
Yes. And
So
do
you need a
way better
fucking
job.
protocol droid.
That's not a bad idea for Sam.
Look,
Maybe you should make one. You got
Sorry,
ahead.
you need
You
an
can totally do this.
protocol droid.
look, Kel, bud, you're also a doctor. Now, come on.
All right, so we got a quick shopping trip between the two of you guys. We need to kind of figure out where you're going to go.
I think the junk shop.
So, based on what you're trying to
100%
put
sure Kel's actually gonna come out.
that's funny. Based on what you're looking for, let me just take a quick
Let's
look.
just all go. I mean, we'll stop and entertain Sim's shopping. So he'll,
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
you could also have people deliver the drugs.
Well, I prefer to go get them ourselves because
We'll make this pretty quick. So I need between Kel and Sam, who has the better streetwise?
I've got 2 green and streetwise.
3 green.
All right, let's Kel. The pool is ready for you. Can you give me a streetwise check?
Nope. No, I cannot.
Ooh, I was gonna say, I feel like the answer should not be
I'm
Kel.
still.
Kel should never be the answer when you say, who's
Yeah,
gonna give me a
no, I'm
street?
still far too annoyed.
So Kel, you look at him and like, I don't know this place. I don't know where to get this kind of stuff. I'm willing to take one more streetwise from anybody else that wants to help out Sam, try to figure out where they should go.
I'll do it. I've been to this joint before.
All right, I've got your pool ready, sir.
Nice.
All right, so you're not really sure exactly where to go, but I'm gonna let you use that Triumph. You definitely know you're gonna need basically a scrapyard, a junkyard.
So I'd like to spend the Triumph. I don't know this city in particular, but I do know a guy that lives here. That,
Okay.
Used to run with my dad. He'll know everyone that we need to know in the city. He'll have contacts and that sort of thing.
Awesome. So you head off. 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes later, you come back. Guys, follow me. So the 5 of you head over to a junk shop. And Sam, you go in. You guys go in. Sam, you have everything on a sheet of paper. Say, hey, here's what I need. Is anybody going to... first of all, is Cal helping in this process or no?
Yes.
Streetwise check, no.
It's fine. I'll help.
Everything, it should come to be its street value is about 800, but I know where we are, so we might pay a little bit more.
All right, so this human guy says,
Yeah, I got this stuff. Should be able to have it all put together to you by morning. Let's say 1,000 credits.
Oh, I thought you were looking to actually sell us something. Look, there's no way that this lot's worth more than 5. Especially if you're going to make us wait till tomorrow. Look, I can see half the materials right out down the lot right now. If I've got to wait and come back tomorrow, that's costing us more time. And time is money.
Well, you just earned yourself a boost, sir. Let's do a negotiation roll. I've got your pool ready. I like that.
All right. How about this? I'll have it to you 3 hours from now. Just come by here. I'll have it in a box. 900 credits.
Well, I guess I can't really fight anymore. That was my negotiation roll. Okay.
All right. So,
Is that a light side thing that we get to spend? Or
Yep. How would you like to spend that triumph?
one of the items that we're getting is of considerably higher quality than the guy in the junkyard knows. Or Kel, for that matter. Only Sim will spot it.
Excellent. How about, and Sam, let's give you 2 boost die when you actually do crafting. Once you realize just the high quality of this junk that you got
Perfect.
put together. I love that idea, Cal. All right, so in 3 hours, you now have an appointment at the junk shop.
Let's go get the glitter stem.
Kel, if you ever
it seems like.
pulled that blaster, I could fix it up for you. Might be able to do some tinkering on that medkit of yours.
Oh, right. That thing. Well, maybe the medkit sometime. But I don't know. Anytime you eye my medkit, it looks a little bit odd. Might keep you away from the chemicals.
What? Eyes get a little bit big when chemicals are mentioned.
All right. One thing I forgot to do is who's got strain?
I have.
All right. So you guys can go. I've cleared the pool for you. Those of you who have the strain, you can either do a cool or a discipline check. And for every success, you can get rid of a drop of strain.
Okay, discipline.
All right, so you can drop your strain by 1, Garm.
Yuri. So I can drop mine by 4 to only have 1. So I'm good.
Very nice. So you guys start heading down the street, and you're coming to just outside of the hangar itself. Let me know when you guys are there.
I'm there.
I see those 3 bad guys.
Well, yeah, no perception roll needed. So, as you guys were, coming, when you left there, there was a couple guys, working the hangar and stuff like that. Nobody by the door. The door to the hangar was, open when you got there, and generally speaking, for a hangar, it's not odd. What is odd is there's 3 guys completely covered, wrapped, and even have face shields on, and they're not blocking the door, but they're obstructing the door.
I'm gonna take a quick restroom break and refresh before we get going with this nonsense.
Okay, all right, let's take a quick piss.
Are you suggesting we're going to shoot these fellows?
I mean,
Let's take a quick refresher.
Roll a coordination
Be back in
check
5.
so you hit the ball.
So you guys are kind of strolling down, and you notice these 3 guys that are obviously controlling the main hangar door into the hangar itself. So Kel, Yuri, and Hopper, you guys approaching these guys?
Yep. As I'm walking up, I'm
So
trying to do I missed the word what you said this was. So a xenology or an underworld or something to try and gauge what I'm walking into.
Okay, sure. So let's do. I'm actually good with an underworld check.
Okay.
So let me set your difficulty. And knowledge underworld, go ahead.
Nope.
Better with a
right.
xenology check
So
if you don't mind.
the way that they're wrapped, Kel, it's really hard to tell. I mean, they're definitely humanoid, right? And height-wise, they're human height, but with the coverings on the face, it's impossible to really know exactly what they are. Their hands are gloved. Excuse me. Trying to think. Yeah, that's about all you can pick up.
And they are in our way.
They seem to be. So they're not literally blocking the door, but they've imposed their presence around the door. So you would have to encounter them and physically navigate them if you're going to try to get through that door.
Oh, okay.
I've still just got a black screen.
So-
You can't see
No,
even
I
you.
can see me and then black.
And that's still the case?
Yep. Okay, there we go. We're good.
All right, good.
You're like the opposite
So-
of Veers.
The anti-Veers.
Craig, I was
So-
going to advance to here and then start talking, but
As you advance that far, you notice that there are more gentlemen off to your right. 3 more guys, plus a 4th guy in a a metal hat. And he starts walking to basically intercept the 2 of you, and he puts his hand up.
can I help you?
The hangar's closed for right now. We'll let you know when it reopens.
Oh. Well, thanks for letting us know that it's closed, but we just got to get into our ship. It's right there.
Sorry. Hangar's closed, boys.
Right. And, might we inquire just by whose orders it's closed?
Let's do a charm.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to flip a dark side.
Oh my, he does not want us to know. So,
All right, so now we're
to be
4
fair,
dark side,
because I
3
have an
light side.
ability here, I got a bad point on my underword roll. And would that normally give me a
Yes.
bad point on this roll?
Yeah, well,
But
thank you.
I have
I'll
an ability
give
on
you
my
a setback,
charm
but
that I get to ignore 1 setback, which is the whole reason
That's
I
exactly
mentioned it.
yeah, so do this for me. Actually, I'll set it for you real quick, Cal. So I'm going to open up your sheet right now, and that's on charm and what else?
Leadership.
All right, so I'm going to go to your leadership and say you get -1 black there, and then on charm as well, right?
Yep.
So now it'll be automatic. It's on your sheet. Yeah.
All right, I'm ready to roll.
Ready to roll,
Thank
sir.
It takes him a long time to talk.
Hey, Craig, are the lockers that all of our things are in beyond the door that these guys are guarding?
Yes, it's inside. It's actually inside the hangar itself.
Okay.
What
making
dark
sure.
side?
It's just maintenance. It's not going to take very long.
We got a guy that can help you out with that. Sam, aren't you good with maintenance?
All right. I'll come walking up.
Like the level to which I do not want these drugs to disappear out from underneath us is so high.
So as you come up, Sam, you can kind of see now what Kel noticed as he turned the corner, as these 3 other gentlemen. And Veers, you notice 3 other gentlemen that have now come around the building behind you.
That,
You are looking at 9 plus the guy in the tent and the kind of the brim hat.
okay.
Oh, we can handle that. I can clear out groups by myself.
All right. You
Smuggler
wanted to look for
extraordinaire, he
weapons.
says.
Who are you looking for weapons?
At the grunts.
At the grunts? Okay, let's do a perception. Pool is ready. So you notice not only do you see 2 of them, at least 2 of them have blasters, but you're looking at who appears to be potentially the leader of these group of guys, and he's also got a pistol as well. They're kind of, under the folds on the belts themselves. So the guy in the hat flips back his cloak a little bit and puts his hand on his blaster.
Okay, so Yuri's just going to charge.
Had enough.
He's had enough. He's like, okay, I've seen I've seen maintenance before. This don't look like maintenance. I want to try to do like an athletics check and jump over the Kel and Sim, and
All right.
just get right into it.
So give me an idea of who you going for.
I want to get like
Go
I
for
want
the
to
guy in the
get
hat.
yeah I want to
Go
get
for
like
the guy in
right
the
there.
hat.
Let me
So-
yeah, right there.
We're gonna go ahead and do initiative. So I need the 5 of you to each do a vigilance.
I said Ewok.
He's gonna make sure he can't shoot at you because they're gonna be
is
shooting at
true.
the big lizard.
Yeah, that's what the wizard's for.
Fixed it. You said vigilance?
Yeah.
I was gonna offer him. I was gonna tell him if he gave me 1,000 credits, I would show his crew what was what.
Well, now maybe you can take 1,000 credits off their lifeless bodies.
That works for me.
I was gonna try mechanics my way out of this.
You had plans.
It's like I spent so much time in the book. I found all these things I could do. Blaster still wasn't one of them.
Right. So I have these 3 threats. I succeed. I don't know. Maybe I where I'm jumping to. I misinterpret I didn't look at the footing because of Sim's big head in the way.
It's just a hat.
All right, so go ahead and take the strain for that.
Okay. So how many strain? How many strain do I need?
How many threats was it? Yeah, so take three strain. So you kind of push through, navigate around, kind of bump into the speeder itself, and you are now that's a maneuver, and you are now engaged with the guy that had his hand on his blaster, and you can take this first PC slot.
All right, I'm going to aim and take a swing.
All right, so take another 2 strain, and I will give you the boost for the aim, and I am ready for a melee check.
You should totally light side and just.
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw a light side on top. Yeah.
We'll
All
show
right,
you.
go ahead and flip your light side, and I'll upgrade you once it goes through.
I just hit use light side.
Yep. So now it's 2-5 my favor. I've upgraded your roll, and I'm ready for a melee. All right, don't forget next time to use the weapon.
Oh, you mean roll that instead, or?
No, it's a good roll. We'll let you keep that roll. But remind me, you have precise 2,
Yep.
right?
And
then you have enough for a critical,
and
right?
Sunder, yes. Dude, can I? Okay, so 2. I get 2 for a critical, and then I can reduce 1 strain with the other one.
You sure can.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll do that, and
then what is your base? What is your brawn? What's the damage on the weapon?
my brawn is 3, and base damage 3 plus 3 plus the 1.
So it's 7 damage total, and you ignore 2 soak. So here's another quick tip for you guys. You know how you can add wounds in the red, right? When you click on your token, you can go to the red, and you can add wounds and strain. Whatever's in there, if you hit plus and the number you want to add to it, it'll do the math for you. So, all right. So, Uri, you take a swing at him, and you definitely cut him. You definitely hit him. He falls back, and you said you're going to do the critical, right?
Yep.
Let me just
My strain remains the same because of the critical one that I still have.
No, that critical that you still have is not affecting you anymore.
Okay.
It's just going to add to any criticals you have. So regain that other strain. All right. So you've knocked him back, and he's a little disoriented. He got the distracted result on the critical injury table, so he's not going to be able to take a free maneuver next turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now it's an NPC slot. He reaches for. Tries to reach for his gun, but he's so distracted he's unable to reach for his gun. So he kind of falls back. That's his slot because of the critical injury. He's unable to use his free maneuver to draw his weapon. So we've got 2 PC slots now.
I have an idea.
Oh, why not?
Sure.
Greg, you're gonna have to approve this. But I want to see if I can't hotwire that there speeder.
That's what I was gonna do.
As the guy standing directly in the path of that speeder, I disapprove of this plan.
Obviously aim it, but that this group of 3 over here in the corner, they look an awful lot like bowling pins to me.
All right, so let's take a maneuver for you to get into the speeder. And I'm going to need a mechanics check. Let me get the pool ready for you.
That's no dumpster.
I was gonna do the same thing. Can I in any way assist him as my action, or would he have to wait?
You sure can.
Okay.
No, if you guys want to take the next 2 PC slots, you definitely can do that.
Why not?
Look, I got.
No, this is definitely
Basically,
what should happen.
You ran
I love
past Kel to get in the car to hotwire it, and he had already busted the panel open and was working with a screwdriver. And the 2 of you worked together. You're still driving.
I'm ready for you to do. Yep, ready for a mechanics roll, and you got a boost from Cal.
Nice.
So the panel's already open. You're in there. You can definitely see where this needs to happen. You're not able to get this thing started yet, but you've got a really good sense of how to do it. So I'll let you use that boost on the next mechanics or computers check from either you or Cal.
Perfect.
So just remember that you're owed a boost to the next hotwire we're gonna go on. Okay, so we got three NPC slots. This group here, all of them pull out what are basically like police batons, clubs, and they're gonna go in and take a swing at Yuri.
Oh, that's cute.
You got a tank with a healer directly behind him.
I feel so bad for them. Watch, they're really good with those batons, though. Like, +8. Oh, sorry. Did that work out well for
They're
you?
ninjas.
That's why they're all covered like this.
So the three of them pile in on Yuri. And Yuri, you were braced and ready for them. So they're taking swings. You're using your axe. You're able to block to do it, but they kind of set you back a little bit as well. So we're going to do a setback die on your next action. And we've got another NPC slot. And Veers, we've got 3 guys that have pulled pistols behind you.
Veers just wants to note that he's far enough away that he'd be like, I don't even know who these guys are. I just wanted to get to my locker.
I just wanted to buy cigarettes.
I don't even know these assholes.
I just wanted to go to my locker. Why are you doing this to me?
All right, so they pull their pistols. They take a shot. Oh, boy.
Oh, of course.
All right, so I need you to take 8 damage. Make sure you take out your soak. And they're going to go ahead and do a critical on you, Veers.
Is that their
If you wanna
critical
go
or
ahead.
our critical?
So this is them shooting at Veers, and they got a triumph. And they're going to use that to invoke a critical on Veers.
I thought those triumphs only worked in our favor and the other version worked for the bad
it's the
guys.
roll. No, it's whoever's rolling. So if they got a despair, it would work against them. All right.
I fixed it. Also, I love that I happen to be flipping light and dark side points for like the last 2 criticals.
Oh, it's right. It's what you got last time too, isn't it? So Veers, explain to me what just happened.
Definitely, they are blasting their way through me, and as I have no cover, I'm taking quite a few hits here to the face.
Okay.
Oh, your beautiful face.
Exactly right. I'm taking many blasters that I had not intended to take.
Okay, so the
Thanks, Uri.
another NPC slot. The gangers over here, not really sure what the hell Sem and Kel are trying to do, so they pull their blasters and they shoot at Sem. Sem, you're gonna get cover though from that blaster,
Must be nice to have cover.
and I'm gonna use a dark side
No.
to upgrade the roll.
That's all right. It's the only way we get light side.
That's not terrible.
All right, so Sem, they unload. They start shooting. It's hitting the side of the blaster. 2 shots hit you. You take 8 damage minus your soak, and they're going to use that advantage to inflict 1 strain as well.
Green is strain, right?
Green is strain. Yep. So you just do +1 when you're in the green, and then what's your soak?
2.
So you'll end up taking 6 damage. So +6 in the red. Yep, you got it. All right. So last PC, that's Veers.
That would be me.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's Hop.
Yeah.
Hop hasn't. I haven't gone either though. So
1,
miss
2,
a number?
3, 4. Somebody didn't roll.
I know I
All
rolled.
right, hold on. Or somebody rolled vigilance, but not in the tree here. So hold
Oh,
on.
that was
Hope
me.
it wasn't me.
I keep rolling into the skills, and I didn't do it in the initiative.
All right, do me a favor. Roll it. What did you roll in the skills?
This is
I had
early on.
rolled a success and 3 threats, and I took 3 strain.
Okay, all right. You took 3 strain from the that initiative flip.
Yeah.
Okay, you can regain 3 strain. You don't take strain from the initiative. But let me go ahead
It
and
was from the vigilance check, so maybe I can just take a setback on my next.
We're causing all these headaches, man.
Not,
all right. So yeah, we have two PC slots.
Go ahead, Veers. I already lost my Alpha Strike bonus, so you go.
Thanks a lot, Uri.
So either Veers or Hop.
Go ahead, Veers.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna draw my blaster and take 2 strain to aim and fire at these fellows over here who have shot at me.
Gotcha. All right, so that is going to be just 1 difficulty because of the range. And the pool is ready for you, sir.
Son of a biscuit.
All right. So you draw the blaster rifle. That's your maneuver. You unload. Don't seem to be hitting them, but you got 3 advantages. How do we want to use those advantages?
I'm hoping that maybe I can blast away some cover and or possibly distract them with all of the shattering bits of debris around them to give them a setback.
Got it.
Well, you got 3 there, right?
I do have 3 there. If I can do both of those things and then possibly find some way to inspire someone else, that'd be great.
Well, let's do this. Let's have 2 floating boosts for the other 2. So the setback works for the first positive, and then we'll give you 2 floating boosts going forth, because now everybody notices the people behind you. So I don't know if everybody realized that they had people behind you, and now they do. So Hop, you've got the last slot.
All right. So are these guys within short range here?
Those guys, yeah, that'll be only a 1 difficulty.
All right. So I will draw both pistols using improved quick draw.
Yep.
And I will aim at these guys taking a shot at Veers. I want to clear out the exit in case we need it. And I'm going to open up on them.
Okay, so that's going to be 1 difficulty plus the boost for the aiming. And that plus the floating boost, and then you're going to use their setback. So I've added, the pool is ready for you, sir.
And we are dual wielding, by the way.
Wait, what's he doing with their setback?
Hold on. You're dual wielding?
Yeah.
All right, so let me upgrade the difficulty. All right, ready when you are, sir.
Because I want that setback to apply to when they're shooting at me again.
I'm using it for the difficulty. Very nice.
Good job.
All right.
All right, so you can activate the second one with that triumph. Is that what you want to do? Is activate the twin linked, or the second one? So that's going to be 14 damage.
I like how only one of them disappeared, Hop. We may have overestimated our chances here.
What the heck? Why can't I? No, 2 of them go down. Tell me what happens.
Okay, I feel a little better now.
A blaster beam goes right by his head, and he turns around real quick, and he sees Veers kind of getting pushed around by these guys, getting shot at, and he just opens up on them and lays down to him.
Okay. We are at a PC slot now. Anybody can go.
All right, Yuri, I would gather.
Yeah, I think you should probably.
Yeah. So I am going to. Still have a floating boost.
We do.
My aim and light side point on Mr. Big Bad.
Alrighty. Go ahead and use that light side.
All right.
Not the skill, the light side.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go combat.
We're at 1-6. You've got 2 difficulty because it's a melee attack, 2 boosts, and I've upgraded your attack. Ready when you are. Roll the weapon.
Now roll the weapon.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So that is going to be 6, 7, 8 damage, ignoring 2 of the soak.
Is that 9? 9 advantages? Wow.
Yeah, how do we want to use all of those advantages, my friend?
I like floating boosts, but I will do a critical. I will do a critical. I will reduce one.
Okay.
I will reduce 1 strain.
Crit ones? Sunder ones? Get these guys to stop shooting at you?
Yeah, you can do the Sunder too, because what the Sunder will do is you'll also have hit his weapon and put him on a setback whenever you try to use that weapon.
Yeah, we'll do that too.
All right, great. Let me do his critical real quick. You guys are animals now. I haven't been keeping up with you guys.
I mean, you say this, but like my roll was not.
He can't even perform an action next turn.
All right, so you have knocked him on his behindicus. So he goes flying back, Yuri. You have just bowled him and knocked him back. He's hurting, and he's flat on his back.
Also of note, he's not actually dead. So.
So NPC slot. These gangers are going to take a swing at you, Uri. The ones that are in melee with you.
Got it.
Beating you with their little clubs. Uri, you are juiced, baby. So you just they're coming in with the blocks between your arms and the axe. I mean, nobody's connecting with you.
I know lizard food.
I've got 2 PC slots.
Kel, you want to try what we were going for last time again?
You got the path there. I think I'm gonna patch some people up. So
Okay. All right. I'm assuming I've got a floating boost plus the boost from last session or last
That's
round.
Yeah, last attempt. Yes, sir.
2 boosts. Okay.
Okay, you got 2 boosts. I've already got it in your pool. You don't have to worry about the boosts. So all you have to do is your mechanics check, and the difficulty's ready for you.
Alrighty. Well, I would
Well,
say
that's
what
something.
happens exactly because this should go exactly the way I want it to.
Yeah, so that is a tremendous amount of success and some nice advantage. Sam, do you want to use one of those to lower your strain?
No, I think I'm actually going to give the 2 strains to Kel because he needs to patch up beers pretty bad. So I'm going to use the successes.
Like, maybe I don't know what my number is. Dude.
So
It's fine.
here's what you get the wires thing, and the speeder comes up floating, and you're sitting in the speeder now. And she is on. And if you want, you can use throw out 2 floating boosts. Is that what you want to do?
If I give... Alright, so if Kel goes next, since there's still floating boosts out there, if I assign him a boost, will he get the floating boost and the assigned boost?
I don't know if we have any more floating
If you
boosts.
assign a boost, it'll cost
Well,
both.
Uri had 9 advantages. How many of those did he spend?
Yeah, he used those up to do the critical.
Oh, so there's
And
no
then-
floating.
Used at least a couple for a crit. He used one to take his...
Sunder,
his,
crit, strain.
Yeah.
He took a Sunder, he took a crit. he
yeah,
took
I
a
mean,
He used
I'm
up his
probably going
advantages.
to use a stem pack. I don't need the stat boost.
Okay, then
And you're actually the one I'm more worried about dropping before Veers, I think.
I've only got 1 strain, so I'll spend one. I'll spend 1 to reduce
Did
the
you get-
strain.
Did you get shot?
Okay, click on click on your token, go to the green and hit -1.
So as much as I want Kel to go next, I feel like the better idea might be for
Yeah.
me to back up. That way Kel
Yeah,
doesn't have
back
to
up
come
and
to me.
reduce the shooters.
Or Hop could just kill him.
Yeah.
Or Hop could just
Yeah,
kill
so
him,
we've got
'cause apparently that's what he
one
do.
more PC slot before 2 PCs go.
I'm back to it makes sense
Alright, Veers is
for
gonna
Kel
take
to
it.
go later unless somebody's right about to drop.
So I think Veers is going to go. Veers is going to maneuver back to about here-ish.
Okay.
He's going to take 2 more strain to aim, and he's going to try to fire at this last fella here
Got it.
to get him out of the way.
All right, so I've got your aim plus the floating boost. Difficulty is 1. I'm going to use a dark side to upgrade that difficulty. So we're at 2-5, light to dark, and it's ready when you are, sir. Good lord.
And there's a roll. 14.
So he's a pile of goo
Okay.
now.
He is definitely falling over because, as we all know, Veers has his blaster focused on.
Right.
There's not even a bounty on these guys. They're actively trying to kill us, and we're running out of room and boxes.
That's right.
So
They're only actively trying to kill us because we literally leapt
what?
into
Yeah.
their faces with a
He's
He's a
bow
lawful
axe.
good space druid.
No
Come
more
on,
of your
twig.
little pets on the Roxy. New rule. No.
I mean, I don't plan on
It's all
bringing
right.
it
At
with me.
14 stun,
I'm
I'm
just
pretty
saying.
sure his heart has stopped.
yeah. He's super stunned. He may never wake up again. All right, so that we've now 2 NPC slots. This group here, not real excited about the fact that Sem is now mobile.
And cackling.
So they are going to take a shot.
Give us a moo.
And you are going to definitely still get cover.
He sounded way too much like Kato right there, though. I'm just saying.
All right. So they unload their blasters into Sem.
No. Sad cackle.
And we wait for roll 20.
He died as he lived, cackling.
Oh, something, speaking of which, something I figured out. When you hit your threshold, you're still alive. It's when you go over threshold that you're dead. So, Sam, they unload, and you duck down behind the door of the speeder itself. None of the shots actually hit you, but I'm gonna have them inflict 2 strain on you with those 2 advantages.
Okay.
So give me a +2 strain. All right. One of these NPC slots is toast because they're dead. Last PC slot is used up as our brimmed gang leader grabs, finally gets his hands on his gun and stands up. He can't take an action, so we've got one more PC slot left for the doctor.
I guess, yeah. Sim, you got shot too, right?
Yeah, I'm at 6 of 14.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't gone yet either, GM.
Yeah, neither's Hop.
Yeah, there's 2 slots left for the PCs.
Okay, Hop, go.
You want to go, Kevin?
I can be last in the order. Nobody's left to shoot Sim.
Okay. So Hop will jump in the passenger seat with Sim.
Okay. That's your maneuver.
Bud, I love you, but I'm going to let you know that is a terrible idea for what's about to happen next.
I'm imagining there's some sort of windshield to hold on to. So while he's holding on to that, he's going to shoot at this group here.
Okay, great. Let me set your difficulty. Do we have any one more floating boost, right?
Yes. Also, I got involuntary stemmed earlier.
That's per encounter, so I don't think that's...
Yeah. So you need to go back and lower your agility back down to 3. Thank you for remembering that.
That was unfortunately for just you were super amped for watching Gamorrean fight.
I told you it was his fetish.
All right. Did you get your agility back down to 3?
I did.
All right. Go ahead and roll. And are we doing dual wield?
Yeah. And accidentally, I used 2 lights. I only wanted to use 1.
Okay. So let me get you guys back to where you were, and so you're going to use the light side, and you're going to dual wield. All right. So I upgraded the difficulty and upgraded the attack. You're ready to go.
There you go.
Nice.
So the matched pair gun augment that I have should make that trigger the second.
No, you have. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true. So it's going to be another 7 on.
It's for 2, is that right?
So it should be 14, 15. It should be 16.
It's just he actually only needs 1 triumph now.
Only 1 advantage?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tell me what happens.
How many did I get? I got 2? All right, so he jumps up in there, and he just starts shooting. Not really pretty, but he does put down 2 of them.
Now what's he going to aim his speeder at? One guy? Come on, man.
All right.
You're stealing his thunder.
Yuri starts hearing this beep, beep, beep. I'm like, Sam?
Probably should go to the next, should go to the dock. I'm sure he's feeling inspired to help some people now.
All right, beautiful. So we'll do a boost on whatever action the doc has.
Quick medicine check on the kid.
All right, so Sem, you're at what now? How many wounds out of?
6 out of 14.
6 out of 14. So it's going to still be an average check, and you get a floating boost. I am ready for a medicine check.
The kid has 14 wounds?
Yeah, I got toughened early on.
I add 2 to that for surgery stuff, so that's 3 healing.
All right, so it's going to heal you 3. So do a -3 on your red, Sem. Talk to me about the triumph.
So yeah, fixing him up gives him just a little bit of a clearer head, but it's also just a little bit of stimulant in the chemicals that I'm using. So he's got that edge. It reminds him of flying, the Roxy. So he's going to get all of his boosting into whatever flying maneuver he's going to try to do next, and it's going to be a little bit spacey.
Yep, that's great. In fact, what it'll do is instead of being a boost, it'll be an upgrade. So we're going to upgrade his next space planetary roll. I like it.
He's going to fly this thing like it's space planetary is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, planetary.
Yes.
He's going to take this one.
Yeah. Or not, that's what I meant. Piloting planetary, not space planetary. Doesn't make any sense. All right. So that is turn. We have got fresh PCs. We've got one PC going before an NPC goes.
Let me ram him.
All right.
You gotta let him do it. He's got this far.
As in yelling something is an incidental, right?
Yes.
All right. So
family friendly show.
Yuri, hit the deck, and y'all prepare to meet your god.
All right. So I'm going to upgrade that. It is going to be average difficulty. And there's going to be one setback because there's all kinds of craziness happening around you. And the idea is you're going to take that and ram it into this group here, or you're going to try to take out this group here?
That first one you pinged. The one that's got the 3 left standing.
Okay, the ones that are all engaged with Yuri?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I might have to make an athletics check to get out of the way. just for the LOLs, you know. Let's see if I get run over.
Well, let's see if he fails or gets any threats or despair.
Okay.
You really don't want to despair. I am ready for a piloting planetary.
All right. Well, with what Kel said, it reminds me of flying the Roxy. Can I make it a piloting space?
So right now I'm upgrading you based on that triumph.
Okay. 10 for piloting planetary inbound.
Seriously. Just do that.
The Roxy. You get a communication on the speeder. All right, so speeder comes up. You turn it, hop. You're like, what the? You grab onto the door, grab onto the windshield. You turn the speeder over, and you beeline it right over to here. And, I mean, you just knock him over. Literally just roll right over him.
Well, I was aiming at this group. The one that Yuri was engaged with.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry. He miraculously stands back up.
Up, on the other hand, is flung free.
All right.
Turn the lows.
So you got 4 and an advantage. So you knock out 2 of them and knock the third one on his rear. How do you want to use that advantage?
We'll just do a. Actually, what's my strain? I'm gonna. You know what? Floating advantage because that was sick as hell.
All right.
Very inspiring, Sam.
All right. So NPC slot. We're going to have the leader go, and he is going to maneuver once and maneuver twice. We've got a PC slot.
Decided he wanted nothing to do with this group.
So where's the speeder?
He was fine with the blasters.
So where's the
when you start running people over?
Where's the speeder currently?
Imagine it being, because I can't move it, unfortunately. Imagine it being right about there.
Okay, so he was able to run it past the speeder. Yeah, okay, because he got knocked to the other side. Okay.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll move Sam and hop there, but they're in the speeder.
Do you have a vehicle in the art library you could pop in there?
Let's take a look here.
And while he's digging for that, does anybody want to go get that guy before he wrecks everything for us here in town?
Yeah, I could go get him.
Oh, look at his little speeder. Look at that.
Dang it, I still can't see nothing.
All right, so we got 2 PC slots.
Would Yuri be able to double maneuver and catch up with him?
You would be able to double maneuver. If you took 2 strain, you could still act.
Yep, I'll do that.
All right, so I will maneuver you engaged with him.
All right, I'll take my 2 strain.
And difficulty is set.
All right, let me go to combat.
Vibroax.
It is, of course, entirely possible these guys really were just doing some sort of maintenance work.
You come in and there's a bunch of guys with brooms.
They brought 9 guys.
Well, look what happens on this
to
planet.
clean up the. All I'm saying is, I really, really, really did not want them to take those drugs.
Yeah.
Gary, I'm ready when you are.
The credits was definitely worth 9 lives.
I mean, as a third party, he literally just said we're doing maintenance, and then a giant lizard started beating him to death with a vibroax.
They were going for their weapons.
It's true. He drew on me. I was justified.
He's coming right for me.
Yuri,
It's not the credits so much as the
Yuri
debt.
used to work for the Baltimore
all I'm
police.
saying.
All right,
Jesus.
I'm ready.
All right. All right.
Ready for a Vibroax
Yep, I
roll.
definitely hit it. So it may have hit twice. So
Okay.
I'm gonna take the first one.
Great.
All I'm saying is I stunned my guy. You guys have to live with your own consciences.
It's gonna be It's gonna be a bunch of Greedos underneath these masks.
Exclusively orphan children.
Maybe one of them.
Back to Foremost.
He's like, I really wanted my 50 credits
Where did
back because
Hop
I
go?
got
I don't
you
know.
where
He
you
just
were
took
supposed
off
to
to
go.
Foremost.
I really wanted those 50
Had a
credits.
day with a Devorian.
Damn it! You owe
Speaking
me.
of which, someone still owes 10% to.
We remember.
Discussing that during the break.
All right, so that is 6, 7, 8, 9, ignoring 2 soak. Uri, you were here. Explain to me what happened on the way to here.
All right, so I dash over, vaulting off the speeder, running over there, taking a overhand double smash and swing right in the middle of his back.
Excellent. He falls right down right in front of you, Uri. I've got another PC slot before. We have only got one more NPC slot left. So I've got a PC and then a last NPC.
Hop or veers.
So far, we've had Uri and Sem go.
I'll move over here. Engage with this fella.
Okay.
Actually, these guys are no longer engaged with him. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Because
You can
they're
just shoot
in
at
a
him.
speeder?
Yep.
So I'm just gonna aim and shoot at this fella.
Beautiful. Pool is ready, sir.
Super stun.
All right. So
Taking a critical.
I am dying to know what happens with these two triumphs.
Clearly, I hit him just right in a particular nerve cluster, and he collapses in a heap as I blast him.
Okay, so that was just your damage.
So for the 2 triumphs, I have no idea.
Who's got some ideas for him? This is gold
So
here.
it ricochets off. One of the things ricocheted off and possibly hits the other guy.
Well,
That last dude.
I've gained insight into the universe.
it's a stun blast, and it's right over near the vehicle. What if some of that stun wave, the nimbus of it sort of washes across the vehicle, hits them, and reduces their strain? Because they get like a partial stun. They get like,
I love it.
Yeah, this is get a little tingly.
yeah.
That's good.
Both Sam and Hop could drop their strain by 2, so just go to the green and hit -2. That's good. Oh,
It's like, ooh, ding.
Sam is having a good day. He has gotten drugs. He has gotten.
all right. Last
It's no
NPC
pig.
slot. We're gonna double maneuvers out of sight.
Oh, there he is. I was like, wait, there's an NPC left?
All right.
He left a guy?
We've got two PC slots left. Just tell me if we're gonna drop out of structured time.
No.
Did you kill that guy over there, Uri?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
That guy's-
search bodies
that
for
guy's-
evidence.
We don't know if that guy has friends.
This little
That guy
This
might have
little
friends.
Weebly guy?
We should stop him from getting to his friends.
And your name is Hop. You could just hop on over there.
Kel's gonna assassinate him. That's what we're saying. Kel is
So Hop,
assassinating
for
that
two
man.
maneuvers, you can go to there where you can see him. And then if you want to take 2 strain, you can still take an action.
All right, 2.
Yep.
All right, I'll shoot at him.
All right, let me set the difficulty.
And I'm gonna. Is it too late to aim? Can I?
Nope. Well, no, you can't aim because it's going to take you a maneuver to
take
get
2
out of the
maneuvers to
speeder
get there.
and a maneuver to get to where you can see him.
All right, I will not dual wield. I'll just shoot with the 1.
You will not dual wield. Okay, you're good.
We're waiting on roll 20.
Kind of rooting for this little fella now. I want him to get away. He's like, I'm gonna chase him down and blast him to death. Like he's just like, all right, I just signed up to clean up the hangar, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, obviously, I brought my blaster pistol. It is Mashuta.
They tried to beat
Come on.
Uri with sticks.
That's true.
Broomsticks.
That is true. They brought out their stunt. Not that guy. Those guys are all
Guilty
dead.
by association. It's a
guys that
brutal
came-
world.
Good lord, you have
These
Triumph
guys.
machines. That's 9. Yeah, just the successes are going to kill him. So you've got a Triumph. Take 1 strain for me,
6
Hop.
strain.
Okay. That when he explodes and all kinds of credits come out of him.
Turns out he was rich.
You know what you can do? You can use that Triumph to clear all your strain if you want.
Okay.
Unless you can think of a narrative use for it.
Yeah, I can think of a narrative use. He was running, but he was definitely not able to get off any messages to anybody.
Okay, so maybe if he contacted somebody, it doesn't happen?
Yeah.
Oh, now Uri can see the board. It's cool, right?
Hey, there's all those lovely, lovely rolls.
Interesting.
Or you can...
Now the fog of war turned black for me.
So what?
What's that?
Thanks, Uri.
Uri, can you is it color inside the hangar, or is it just gray?
It's back to normal now.
Okay, good. You're good. All right, guys, we are out of structured time. There are bodies everywhere.
I want to search this boss guy that I was attacking.
Okay, great. Let me do a perception roll. I'm ready when you are.
Perception.
You were definitely not attacking. You were standing your ground.
And he's.
Mashuta, the Florida of
He
Tatooine.
was definitely. He looked sketchy.
And I'll
to
do
me,
a
so.
medicine check on Veers.
All right,
Tell us.
so Uri, you find 200 credits. Add 200 credits to your character sheet. Also on him, I don't know if you have any interest in it. You have a second. He has got a heavy blaster pistol.
Oh, they'll just go over comms. If anybody wants this heavy blaster pistol, have at it. Credits are mine.
Can I
Just
do
remember
a
we
quick...
share credits on this ship.
We do, but I killed this guy, so.
What's 200 credits? I don't know what you're
I
talking
mean,
about.
you can talk
What I
to
meant
my
to
lizard
say
resource
was
department,
1 credit.
Irene, which is the name of my axe.
What I meant to say was 5
should he
credits.
pick up this blaster pistol? Does anybody want it?
Nah.
Will it retail for
I
much?
don't need a blaster pistol.
Heavy blaster. I used heavy blaster pistol. Might get you 150 credits.
Oh, he wants it now.
We're not that rich, guys.
All right, Uri, in your item list, if you scroll down, if you go to your inventory and go to your item list, just put heavy blaster pistol.
Hurry? Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to search them for those things we talked about earlier. See,
You're gonna search them for grenades.
All the things
yes,
that you've already.
or things that would
Okay.
help me make them.
Gotcha.
Any random plates of metal that these guys
Yeah.
have to be
All
carrying.
right, so let me let's do. We've got a medicine check coming, right,
Yeah.
Cal? And who are we doing it on?
Veers. Got a couple holes in 'em.
Beers. You are below half beers, so the difficulty is set. Ready when you are.
So
sir.
here's one thing we have been forgetting. My med pack decreases the difficulty of medicine. Oh, to heal critical. Right. He's
Yeah.
not.
Oh, I do have a critical. Though.
Yeah, and that's going to be something that to heal a critical, you kind of need to be on the ship, laying down.
Okay, so this isn't a critical. This is just a thing. Alrighty.
No. And the boost that you get from the med pack is already built into your medicine.
And Yuri currently does not have a critical.
I have clicked.
Yuri has 1 critical.
I have clicked medicine.
But it's a critical that's not affecting you other than it's adding 10 to your next critical.
Oh, got it.
So you want to get it clear.
Got it. Okay.
So at some point, both Veers and Uri need to get on the table in the Roxy.
Fair enough.
Did you roll?
I clicked it.
All right, cool. Did it update for you, Mike?
Which Mike?
Malloy? You see a bunch of X's on all the gangers and.
Yeah. No, I've got my last roll. I can see it was from Yuri.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey.
All right, so Cal, what is that? 4
healing.
wounds? All right, so do a -4 Veers on your wounds. All right.
Better.
We are out of structured time.
We definitely want to search the
I
bodies.
definitely want to check the locker and make sure that the stuff is still there.
Well, who's doing what when here?
So Hop's going to search, just search the folks,
Just
see if he
so-
finds anything of importance, as well as, of course, credits.
Yeah. I've got your difficulty set. Let me do a perception. All right. So Cal, add a heavy blaster to your inventory for me and remove it from yours, Veers. So Hop, you start going through, looking at these bodies, pulling back the robes. All told, there's all of them have just these crappy blasters. But between all of them, you probably came up with about 120 credits. So if you want to add that to your inventory.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that the glitter stem is still in the locker and has not been taken away.
Gotcha. So you want to go ahead and hit the button and open up the hangar and go in?
Sure.
I'll come
I
around
can
with
do
it.
that.
Well, no, I'll stay where I'm at.
100 more guys. It's fine. Who's that last guy?
All right, so Veers, guys are just kind of like, wow, what a pain in the ass that was. And Veers, you kind of lazily just kind of hit the button on the hangar door. The hangar door flies open, and the first thing you notice is that the ramp of the Roxy is down, which is not how you left the Roxy. The next thing you notice
Forgot about the freaking rodent.
is you notice. Second. Shit, if I was a better GM, I'd have the stuff at my
Zabrak?
fingertips.
Did you put a Zabrak in our ship?
Oh, hell no.
Darth Maul has a Zabrak. Is he just hanging out with the Rhodian? Is the Rhodian selling the Roxy? What is happening? It's not Shmoo. Shmoo is not a Zabrak.
He's red.
He is red. That's a little racist.
Space racist.
Space racism.
When we get to the Rhodian, I'm gonna make a mechanics check to do terrible things to him.
It's just like medicine.
So
It's just like this.
you notice that the ramp is down, and at the bottom of the ramp,
Flashy.
you can see R4, and there's crates kind of blocking where the ramp is and where you're standing, and you see Gordon there, kind of messing with R4, and you see
Come on, kid.
a Deveronian woman standing there. Now I need an Underworlds knowledge Underworlds check from you.
From
From
me?
you. Yep, the pool is ready.
Damn it.
All right. She is familiar. You can't quite place her. But what you do know is that she is bad news. You also notice that she's got 2 blaster pistols on her hip, and she's got some sort of rifle on her back. As soon as that door flies open, she pulls out 2 blaster pistols. Gordon, not messing with the droid anymore, he pulls his blaster pistol, and I need to know whether we should stop here before we do this encounter and tune in next week,
I like that as a cliffhanger.
I do too.
Son of a biscuit. Yeah, that'll work.
All right.
What would have happened if Veers were to take a dose of the stuff?
Is that what we're calling the magic that Kel brings?
Is that the Kellis magic,
glitter-
or is that the
the
glitter
glitter.
stem? Because I don't
Oh, that's
have
right.
that
We gave.
anymore.
That's right. We
I
gave
don't
it to
have
him.
that. I gave
Never
that
mind.
to him because I owe him all 100.
Yeah, taking glitter stem has random effects. It could be anywhere from passing you out. It could boost an ability. It could give you 3 setbacks on everything you try. It's definitely a.
Did I hear you say she's a Devorian?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, she is a Devorian.
Yep. So
She's smooth sister.
set the scene. Ramp is down. R4 is out of there. Gordon was messing with R4, but now has drawn his pistol and is behind the crates. And whoever this woman is has drawn her 2 blaster pistols and gotten behind the crates as well.
You escort a kid to safety and don't leave him on an asteroid to die. And this is the thanks
He
you get.
needs to be stunned, so we take him alive.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Well, you're talking to the right guy. He's gonna stun him.
I'm going to stun them both, that's for sure.
Alrighty, guys.
Hey, baby, want to have a party?
So how many of them are there? 3?
So there's, if we count the Rhodian, who, quite frankly, is not really the best in his scrap. I mean, I don't know if we even left him with a blaster.
Well, he drew a blaster pistol. Wow. The crew learned a valuable lesson. Never take anything for granted. There are several questions to answer in the next session. Who is the Zabrak woman in the hangar? Did Godon the Rhodian sell them out? Is R4 okay? What were they doing with the Roxy? Let me know in the comments what you think is going on. I'm anxious to hear your theories. And don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss Session 8 when it's released. Take care.